The time has come for the ultimate Sony portable video game. It is 2012 and it's time to play Lumines.
What?
Lumines. Electronic Symphony.
It's a game for all seasons.
For the PlayStation Vita. It's Lumines.
Still?
Yeah.
Great. That's all I needed to hear. Sold, I guess.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Where's my cloth here? Wipe down a little bit. You can use Nier to share unlocked skins and avatars. The avatars have special abilities. That's one of the things that they've done differently here. So there's a kind of a meter that's charging up as you play, and once it's hit 100%, you can deploy.
Luminous Electronic Symphony.
They have a few different modes here. Traditional Luminous Voyage. They've got war modes where they got master mode, two-player dual mode, stopwatch, and playlist. Those have been in other games. You level up here, you gain XP, and that sort of stuff factors into what you're unlocking. You've also got the world block, which I've not been able to get working yet, but I assume it's just because the stuff's not out yet. So every square you clear contributes to the destruction of the world block. And so you see, every 24-hour period, they create a new world block.
What's inside it?
I don't know. Only 15 players have contributed because the game's not out yet. So I assume in a couple of days, hopefully, we'll be able to take that world block out.
Welcome. Voyage.
Let's just quickly play here for a couple minutes. This is really.
I imagine not much has probably changed.
Yeah, and that's a fine thing. And that's...
The future of the future.
I never learned the trick. Like everyone talk about, there's one thing that once you realize how this works,
it breaks Lumines.
It breaks Lumines. So once I kind of deliberately try to avoid that because I actually enjoy just playing it. And I'm not going to be the world's greatest Lumines player, but that's not really what I'm setting out to accomplish in my life here. So
I always just enjoyed putting up Lumines for like a nice 30-minute session, and it gets the job done. Like I never really got into the high score thing. I mean, I had my own high score I was beating against, but it was just a really enjoyable game from a visual perspective, from an oral perspective. It's very pleasant.
Yep.
And very enjoyable.
A lot of really good music. The soundtrack, the one thing they've kind of been saying is they kind of curated something. It sounds like a lot of careful work went into planning the music for the game, and I think that pays off. They put in some good stuff.
I remember being so excited for the XBLA version and just being so disappointed by it.
Yeah, that's kind of playing.
And that's kind of where Lumines left off. I know there was Lumines 2 and all that stuff.
Lumines 2 on the PSP. There was they put out Lumines Supernova on the PC. They did Lumines for PS3. It was a different game even from the XBLA one. And none of those did it for me. And I've been trying to, playing this game and really enjoying it. I've been trying to think, what makes it different? What is it about? Is it the quality of the screen? Is it just something about playing Lumines on a Sony handheld? This is where it belongs, It
feels right.
It feels right.
Like on the XBLA version, it was because the D-pad was just junk.
Yeah.
And and the analog stick was not a good replacement for that, because this is a game that feels right with the D-pad.
Right.
And so that's where it kind of crossed. And then you added in all the junk with the DLC they were trying to do with that game.
Right.
Didn't really pan out.
But also had a little Genki Rockets in it, which and had the video that would play behind it, which I thought was kind of cool. I like that song, so it certainly helped.
But I also just wonder if it's maybe Lumines is a game that I don't, if it comes around once every 5 years, I'm happy to play some Lumines.
Right.
But I don't need to play it all the time.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe that's part of it too. So let's just get into the second skin here. I don't want to spoil the skin.
No Think wants to know what happens when you touch that little avatar at the bottom
that
left.
is the new thing. So
saving
avatar
that
specific power here. And you see it's got that little plus block, plus icon next to it. That means basically it's going to turn my next block into one of those blocks that has a plus block in it. Here's a shuffle block. So I'm going to drop this and it's going to shuffle my well up, and maybe that can create some good matches if I've got a crappy well going. But if I've got a really good one going, that might actually ruin whatever I'm setting up. So it can kind of hurt or help. So we'll touch it here. And then see it turns my next block into one of the ones that has this. But you don't get to choose which color it is, so it might not even help you. And I guess, yeah, you can tap it when it's not active. There's a percentage meter next to it that'll charge up by kind of quickly tapping it. I can fill this meter faster, I guess, which is a weird. I didn't realize that was first. That was something from reading the manual. It was in there. Kind of a weird implementation. This is a pretty good game.
It's still, yeah, you know, one of the few great new puzzle games like that. Just you know,
Yeah.
it's familiar enough in the world of Tetris and the block shifting, but it is different enough that you don't feel like you're just playing
Yeah.
some tiny variant. Like and again, it's the audiovisual presentation. Like takes it
I mean, just,
so
like
far above.
The music doesn't really factor into the gameplay that much in the grand scheme of things, but it feels like it does.
Yeah.
And that's important, I think. You know, they've got an announcer in here that'll announce the name of the song as it's changing skins, which is kind of neat. Not really that much to say about it other than, dude, totally luminous, awesome. This game has a downloadable games trophy set. It does not have a full retail set of trophies, which I thought was interesting. I just wonder, with everything being downloadable and a lot of it also going to retail, like if Sony's standards for what gets what trophy set have changed, or how that stuff works.
I mean, so this is a retail product.
Yeah,
Like, you
yeah.
buy a download, but yeah, you don't have to buy it in stores. Trophy's gonna work themselves out a little differently. Or like makes you wonder, like, was at some point this going to just be downloadable?
Right.
And then they realized,
People will totally buy this. It's friggin' luminous.
don't you remember 5 years ago?
Right.
Don't you want to feel that way again?
Yeah. So the skin swipes across the screen like that, which is a a nice effect.
I never got into any of the competitive stuff either. Like, I don't.
Yeah,
it just.
it's,
I'm sure it's probably fine. It just. The Zen experience of just playing
Right.
Lumines is all I ever wanted out of it.
Speaking of competitive, oh, I lost it. Vigorous Jammer has hit on my idea for a Lumines battle guide. Your thoughts?
That's, I mean, you know, these avatars do come with specific multiplayer abilities
Yeah.
as well.
So it's like practically built in.
It is sort of that. And I was actually gonna go show the collection here.
Collection.
See the avatars so far and just kind of show what their abilities are. So you can trade this stuff via near.
Gift box.
I think I can actually. Yeah. So I already got it. So don't need to get it again.
Collection room.
So there's the single player ability, which is that chain reaction one, but then also in dual mode, this will change one of the opponent's next waiting blocks into a transparent block. We scroll on here to the other ones that are unlocked. That actually does the exact same thing, but as hang time, increases the wait time of the next blocks for a set period of time in single player. This one, Giant Steps, changes all 3 waiting blocks into single color blocks. And then this, the single player ability stops the timeline temporarily. So, you know, they kind of mix and match the abilities. You know, see some of the same stuff across multiple avatars. The Vortex randomizes your opponent's block rotation direction. So, yeah, they give you some stuff to kind of screw up the other player with the abilities.
So when you can gift those to other players then too.
Yeah,
right?
I can take an avatar and share it up to near.
So you can't share with a specific person. You're just.
You can also do that. You can
Oh,
you can
okay.
exchange your entire collection with another player locally, which is cool as well. And you know, it keeps track of this leaderboard here. It'll load up your friends that have played the game, and go from there. Like I said, I haven't gotten the world block stuff to work, but it is in there. And it just says any squares you erase will contribute to the destruction of the world block. But then every time I go here, it just says no contribution. But you know, game's not out yet, so it's hard to say what server side stuff they need to do. I think the world block's kind of a cool idea. Reminds me of is it the next Tetris for N64? All the
Yeah.
everything contributed to building the 7 wonders of the world.
Well, there's the Noby Boy.
Right.
Has that,
Yeah.
has that
Exactly.
thing where you're trying to get to different planets.
Definitely that sort of stuff. So that's Lumines Electronic Symphony. It's got a bunch of different skins. And from what I've seen, the skins look great. I've got about a 45-minute game going. That's kind of the maximum amount of time I lasted, and went through the LCD Sound System song and Chemical Brothers and all that sort of stuff. Good soundtrack, good looking skins. So definitely probably one of the games you want to put on your short list if you're picking up a Vita.